Are you nerdy by nature? The Crosscut Ideas Festival is back with captivating conversations to quench your curiosity. Explore issues in science, health, culture, and politics with thought leaders and innovators like Ibram X. Kendi, Audie Cornish, Eric Holder, John Quillen Hill, Andrew Yang, and more. April 29th to May 6th at the Amazon Meeting Center in downtown Seattle. It's the Crosscut Ideas Festival, where curiosity and discovery connect. Get your tickets at crosscut.com/festival.
Welcome to the Fitness Corner. I'm your host, Mark Bryant, and you're going to get a whole total body workout on my show, starting off with a warm-up, aerobics, strength training, cool down, and stretching every Friday from 11:30 to 12 right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Join Rainier Avenue Radio from 5 to midnight for Sunday evening sound sessions. Jazz from the Cabinets from Big Poppy.
That's right. It's time once again. Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy.
Sergio LaCour's Love Line.
It's Sergio's Love Lines with Sergio LaCour. Going to the phone line. Tell her who we talking to.
Sage Prince and Just My Opinion.
This is Sage, and that's just about going to do it for the first half of Just My Opinion.
K-Fox Night Beat with Nasty Nets Rodriguez.
The beat of the Fox. K-Fox Night Beat, Nasty Nets.
You know what? You're going to listen from 5 to midnight. Just turn it on and don't stop. DJ Alibaba. The Underground Surround Sound Start Time with Paul
Thanks
Pearson.
for tuning in. My name is Paul Pearson.
Sunday
And
evening
this is
sound
Start Time.
sessions on Rainier Avenue Radio. Trust me, you'll be listening the entire time from 5 to midnight. Sunday evening, your sound session on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hospital bills are often a surprise, and not the good kind. But you may also be surprised to learn that you can get 50, 75, or even 100% off those bills. Thanks to a new law, there's a good chance you're one of the 4 million Washingtonians who qualify. Whether or not you have health insurance, the law requires hospitals provide the care you need at an affordable cost. So, ask your hospital or visit affordablehospital.wa.gov to see if you are eligible.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not using my GPS to navigate the land of 1,000 dances, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Welcome to Real Estate and Money, a half-hour program on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Whether you're a buyer, seller, investor, or renter in real estate. Your hosts are 2 local professionals who will escort you on your journey. Violeta Strash, who has years of media advertising and marketing experience and brings this extensive knowledge to John L. Scott Real Estate and all our clients. And Tina Lombard, who is a mortgage loan originator with guaranteed rate affinity with over 28 years of experience. And now here's Violeta and Tina.
Hello,
everyone.
Hi, how's everybody doing? Great.
Hi. Well, you know what? Here in Seattle, you have the cherry blossoms behind me. It's blustery right now. Raining, blustery, really cold weather.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's all going to go away. You guys got those cherry blossoms. They're beautiful. You know, here in Colorado, we believe rain is sacred. So you guys were lucky. You're lucky. So we had 80-degree weather last week. It was beautiful.
Wow.
And we had 29-degree weather on Saturday, and it was snowing. So we have bipolar weather over here. So take your rain.
No, I don't want to. We're kind of tired of it. But anyway, got a couple of planter boxes done for my entry this past weekend. So that made me feel good until, the wind came along and practically blew all my plants down.
Ripped it all away. Yes. I'm sorry, but that's okay. You can put it back up. Put it back up.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about mishaps with your house, so on and so forth. We're going to be talking about home insurance, why it's so important, what could go wrong if you don't have it, what could go right when you do have it, and how much of insurance you should have, and so on and so forth. So we have a very special guest that we're going to get to after our market update and after our mortgage update.
I think you should do your mortgage update because I'm not Actually, I didn't get my market update done. I have a John L. Scott version, and it's very complicated. So
okay, we don't want complications. Okay, all right, good deal. So let's go ahead. Yeah, Daniel, if you can pull up my mortgage statement here. We've got a mortgage update coming at you. So the mortgage, I'm not quite sure if that's it. Nope, that's not the one. It's the Nerd Wallet. There you go. So you see the interest rates right now across the country for a 30-year fix, an average rate of 6.8 or 6.9. That is quite a difference from last week where we hit like 7.2 once again. The 20-year is at 6.62 something, and the 5-1 ARM is at 6.155. So still, the 30-year fix actually is one of the best rates out there. They are starting to come down just slightly. However, don't wait for the rates to come all the way down. By the time you make an offer on that house and you're ready to lock your loan, the rates could be low. So don't have a rate deter whether you're going to get a home or not. But yeah, 6.84 is for a 30-year national average. So that's it. That's all that we have right now. Basically, everyone, the rates are staying up high. They're still over 6%. They're still nearing 7%. So if you're waiting for the rates to come down to 5% or 4%, don't hold your breath. If the rates should automatically go to 5 or 4%, let's say next month, something magical happens. Dust falls from the sky. The rates go down to 5 or 6. There's going to be so many people out there competing for the same house. You don't want that. You want to get in there right now when the rates are what they are, 6 or 7%, get that house. When the rates do start to tend going downward, the value of the house is going to go up. There's going to be a lot of people out there in the market. And that's not when you want to buy a house. You want your house to have gained that equity when the interest rates go down. And we can always refinance you. So right now, the rule of thumb is if you like a house and if you can afford a house, don't worry about the rate. Get the house. When rates go down, it's going to add value to your house. And at that point, you can refinance. Okay, so that's my market update. And V, tell us a little bit about the open houses, about the market, about people applying. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, we were talking about this at our sales meeting this morning that I just came from. And, there's a lot of multiple offers that people are experiencing. There's still a shortage of inventory. So we're back at the frenzy zone.
Right.
And with 1 1/4 of a month worth of inventory available for buyers. So there's still people out there that need a home.
Yes.
And don't wait.
No.
Because, you don't want to wait to watch those rates fluctuate. And people are now, like I said, multiple offers. There are people waiving a lot of things, contingencies on their offer and going above price. So, I just heard of someone today, they went in with the 8 other offers and the other agent gave them a heads up that they were the lowest of that list and they came back in, resubmitted an offer higher than what they had originally offered.
Right.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's not the time to sit here and say, hey, this house is on the market for 1.5. I'm going to offer 1.2. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Now, I have a girlfriend, Julie, that is out there at Coldwell Banker, and she was sitting at an open house last week at 1.8 million. She said she had 20 groups of people that went through.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And I believe she put in an offer $300,000 over asking. And she didn't get it. And they didn't get it.
And they didn't get it.
They didn't get it. She's at an open house right now at 2.3 this weekend. And chances are people are going to be going through there. So if you're thinking nobody's buying these houses at 1.1 million, 2.2 million at 7%, then you're on a different planet because not only are they making offers on these houses, they're coming in droves. They're coming not 1 or 2 people a day, 20 people a day, and they're fighting for these. So don't sit on the fence. By the time you feel comfortable, these houses could go up another 20%.
Yeah, the category that's even more so than the high-end houses above $1 million is the 500 to 750 range.
Right.
Those are just going ballistic. It's crazy right now. And agents like me, we have to be more creative about how we find homes for our buyers. You're going to have to go out there and do letters, farming letters for specific neighborhoods that your clients want, and say, hey, I have a buyer, a real buyer, pre-approved buyer, ready to go. Have you thought of selling your home? You've been in the home for a while. There's many reasons why people are leaving the area and listing their homes. Are you one of those people? Do any of these reasons speak to you? Because if so, come talk to me. This family, this couple, they need a house. They want a house in your neighborhood. They vetted the neighborhood. If you are at all interested, please give me a call. So we have to do stuff like that because inventory, there's not anything out there. So look at expired, look at cancel listings, look at all of that, agents, because you're not going to find a lot of active listings.
Yeah, another thing clients to be very wary of is you do have a real estate agent that you're working with. However, you find an open house, or you find a house by yourself, and you go in by yourself without your agent. Don't do that, because you don't know what that agent is representing, the seller, not you. So if you have Violeta, she's working for you, and if you drive down the street and you see a house, don't go walking in there and start talking to those real estate agents, because they don't necessarily work for you. Violeta works for you. And V, really quickly, just as a teaser before Toby comes on after break, a lot of times people are getting homes at $600,000, $700,000, and with the rates being higher and guidelines being kind of stiff, we want to make sure that every part of your mortgage payment is identified and is the best rate it could be. A lot of times, V, I'll get somebody approved for a loan, and I think that the insurance is going to be $120 a month, but the insurance comes out to be $220 a month. And boom, the client does not qualify. So, it'll make or break a loan. So Toby is one of the people that I go to. Well, I have a realtor that's looking for a house or so on and so forth. I'll go to Toby and say, Toby, what is out there? What's the best coverage the client can get? What is the best rate they can get? What are the fees, so on and so forth. So I have people in my back pocket that I trust because they will make or break your loan approval. So, and V, Toby does a lot in Washington State, but you may not know the house is crooked, it's post and pier or something crazy, and you can't get insurance at all. So this is something that you really want to talk about before you get into the purchase of a home.
Before you make an offer.
Yes. And we hit 3 days before closing, we don't have insurance, and then insurance is way out of line from what we estimated, and then it blows up the whole wall. So Toby's he's gonna talk to us a little bit about how not to do that.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
So
Let's come back. Break.
Yes.
Okay.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violeta Strash with Donnell Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
Great. Okay, so everyone, let me introduce you to Toby. Toby, are you there? There he is.
Hi.
Yeah,
you're in the dark.
Yeah, you're in the dark.
You have some light in front of your face, maybe? No?
Yeah. Well, yes. But can we hear you, Toby? Can you hear us? So we can't hear him.
We can't hear you.
Yeah. So Danny, can you help? Does he have his microphone on? Do you have your microphone on your computer? Let me try.
Yeah, Daniel said to leave and come back. He'll be right back.
Okay. So, V, so let's say I get somebody, they have a house in Seattle and they're approved for a loan amount of $3,100. Okay. But we thought we thought that their insurance was going to be $150, but now their insurance is $250. So that's $100 over. So therefore you cannot get your house, because you don't qualify. The insurance is way out in the atmosphere. Well, there are different places you can go to. You can go to Safeco, you can go to Allstate, you can go to State Farm. You can get a deductible of $1,000. You can get a deductible of $5,000. A lot of things depend. Do you have a pit bull that's running around biting everybody? How about now? Oh, can't hear you. Okay. Can you call on the phone, Toby?
Excuse me.
Yes. But we'll talk about that. But you can actually
Well, for people who are upsizing or downsizing, ask your current insurance person. Say,
Right.
I'm interested in getting this house. What kind of insurance can you cover me for? And they'll ask you questions, what it is about the house, different details, and then they'll come up with a rate for you. And then you take that back to Tina, if she's your loan officer, and say, hey, here's what I got. I got my insurance covered now.
Right, exactly. So are you trying on your phone, Toby? Or I think if you tried the link on your phone, maybe your phone link, you can talk through that.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh,
yes.
There we go.
Thumbs
Sorry
up.
about that.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and what you see here in Washington State.
So, as an agent that's licensed in like several states, I'm really familiar with the markets in different places. And Washington State has its own set of rules and tricks that you have to come up with because they have their own risks associated with it, right? Colorado, we got to deal with a lot of fire and a lot of hail. Washington, the closer to the coast you get, the more you have to worry about, well, do I need earthquake? Do I need flood insurance? How does that factor in? Is it going to be something that I have to get after I close on my home? Is it something I have to do right now? All of those things really matter when you're purchasing insurance in Washington.
Right. So, we usually call our insurance agent up 2 weeks before closing because the client didn't know where to go or so on and so forth. So tell us about when you would like to see the client.
So for me, if it's really a good idea to have an insurance agent in your back pocket if you're the realtor on the buy side. If you're looking at a house and it's brand new, it's built in the last 10 years, you don't really need to get us as involved right away. But if you're looking at a home that's older and you're just like, I'm not sure about this one, shoot your insurance agent the address and say, hey, take a look at this. Is there something I should be concerned about? Because there's different stages that you can get out of an offer in real estate, as you know, and having a firm grip on what the insurance may or may not cover ahead of time will save you guys earnest money and time and energy, really. So that's the best time to get me involved.
So when what affects how high the rate is? Do people's credit scores play into effect? Damages from the past, or what affects the credits on your side?
On my side, there's a couple of things that are going to affect it. Credit's definitely one of them. Whose credit's better, but also who's a higher risk. Insurance isn't just looking at the credit; they want to know who files the most claims. I mean, there's different carriers that'll look at how many accidents you've been in the last year, and that'll factor. Who based on those things. If you're married, sometimes the husband, even though they're not on the loan, could be the better named insured, even though they're both listed as named insureds. Sometimes whose name is first matters, even based off of risk.
Right. So, so is it best for them to just shop around for insurance agents so they go straight to you, or what's the best way to find an insurance agent?
So I always recommend that you go with a broker, whoever that is, somebody that you like, somebody that picks up the phone. I mean, that's a good place to start. If they don't even pick up the phone, is it really worth having them? How can they help you if something serious happens?
Right.
So I always start with that.
Oh, we lost you. Oh, we lost you. Yeah, we lost you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, wait till you get back on, but yeah.
There we go. I can hear you.
Yeah.
So having some of them bigger name people, the bigger name companies, State Farm, Farmers, having them in your back pocket, because you want to know who is competitive at that time, because it changes every so often.
Right. So now, I like I said, I always get people like after you pull the application and we're looking through title and everything else, and hey, where's your insurance? Could they come to you to look for a home plan before they even make an offer on a house?
Absolutely. If you're just curious, hey, what might this look like, Toby? Give me a ballpark. I'm happy to do that. Go through those things just so that I can help. Because it's a good idea to know. I saved a girl's loan once. She was looking in a more rural location. I was working with one of my mortgage partners. And I said, hey, I noticed you're looking rural. Here's what the insurance companies look for. And I gave her a list. She went shopping 2 days later. She pulled out of a contract that I told her wasn't going to work out, found a better deal. And now she lives in a place that would be considered high risk, but because she took care to listen to the list we gave to her, she was able to get into a beautiful ranch out east Kiowa here in Colorado, and it's wonderful for her.
This is awesome. Well, just let me ask you, just out of curiosity. I've always been trained, don't have a Rottweiler that's crazy. Don't have, don't have crazy. I mean, you should have a fire hydrant or a fire extinguisher in your house somewhere. An security alarm system may help with your insurance. But could you give us a few tips of what helps you out with insurance and what to stay clear of?
There you go.
Yeah. So what's going to help you out with your insurance, and I can't stress this enough, is do not file a claim that is only going to be a few bucks over the deductible. I mean, if you file a claim, your deductible is $1,000 and the insurance company gives you $1,100, you really should have just paid out of pocket, because now that claim is going to follow you every time you shop insurance for the next 5 to 7 years.
Wow.
And that's really going to factor into your costs associated with insurance.
Wow.
That's a huge tip. So I always tell people the goal with insurance is the consumer is to get as much money out of them as possible, instead of them getting as much money out of you as possible.
Okay. So now if you were to get a dog, a vicious dog, does that affect your insurance?
It can. It can affect your insurance in a different sort of way, in the sense that they may not even offer you a rate. Like, some companies, if you have a pit bull mixed breed or like a chow, they're just going to reject the quote. They won't even allow the insurance agent to run a quote. If you put yes, dog, and then you put the breed, they're just going to say no.
Okay.
So it limits your options in general.
Okay.
So
Toby, go ahead.
Toby, do you send out somebody to vet the neighborhood also? Say, could be an iffy neighborhood or...
No, the insurance companies don't really do that. What they're looking at is they're looking at the client specifically, and they're looking at the house specifically. So we can have, in downtown Denver, Tina knows, there's really nice high rises right next to dumpy old buildings that haven't been restored yet, because Denver's been in flux so rapidly over the last couple of years. So the insurance companies don't really care about that. What they're looking at is the quality of the home and the consumer.
Right. Because that will also be construed as redlining if they were to, correct?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's redlining. Yeah.
There you go.
So, so really quick. So if somebody has like a security system, alarm system of some sort, does that help?
It definitely helps. What really helps, especially if you have like a townhouse, is if that property has if it has sprinklers inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one is a big help. If you're rural, if you live somewhere out like the lady I was talking about who had the ranch, if you're out there and you have a sprinkler system, they'll offer insurance for that.
Wow.
And it can be in a high risk area where there's no fire hydrants nearby. The nearest fire station is 18-20 miles away. And they'll still offer insurance because of the sprinkler system.
See, now some things that have tripped up my insurance agents or my clients was like post and pier, and maybe an old electrical panel, copper electrical, something like that. Do you still get that type of situation?
Oh yeah, those will happen, and the best advice I can give is, hey, if you're buying a house, make them fix it before you before you can move in, because otherwise the insurance won't allow it, because they're going to inspect eventually, or back out of the deal. If they don't want to replace that, it's a safety hazard. It's not just about the insurance. Those things can catch fire. It can do severe damage to the walls, to the exterior of the home, the interior of the home. It's just not worth it.
It's a big thing. So, so people, when they're trying to get a house, they're trying to get insurance, that sort of thing. What do they need to do to tell you? If I were to say, hey, call Toby up, what is it that you're going to ask for?
I keep it really simple. I need to know the address of where the home's being purchased, and I need to know the names and dates of birth of the customers buying the home.
Okay.
And that's enough because, like I said, they're just going to look at the property and they're going to look at the people.
Yeah.
You know.
So Toby, give us your phone number really quick before we went out of time. What is your phone number again to contact you?
Yeah. So my direct line is 303-877-8521.
Now, I have to remind everybody, he does a lot of work in Colorado, but a lot of work in Washington State.
Yeah, at this point, it's about half in Washington State now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and do you speak Spanish?
Great. I don't.
You don't speak Spanish? Okay.
Well, okay. I can get by. Like I can order and I can go. We went to Spain for 2 weeks and I was fine. But on a professional sense, it's a different kind of language. You know?
Absolutely.
And I just don't feel comfortable. So.
Well, my friends call me a fake Filipino because I can't speak Filipino. What's it called? So you're a fake Spanish person because Espinosa.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Oh yeah. So I tell them I'm halfway there. I got a white first name and a Hispanic last name. I'm halfway.
Yeah. just real quick, just 15 seconds, really quick. So flood insurance. There are some places in Washington State where flood insurance is a thing. Not so much in Colorado. So how do you deal with flood insurance? Do you actually get flood insurance, or do you?
With the flood insurance, I always recommend that you go with the specialist company because even though I have carriers that might do it, the specialists are better at it. Okay. So I want to go with what's best for the client, not necessarily what's best for my pocketbook.
I like it. Okay, give me your number one more time, Toby, before we go into our announcements.
My direct number is 303-877-8521.
That's it. So Via, call him anytime.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely will. I'm putting you down on as one of my vendors. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. So great. So we have a few announcements really quick. I know that Daniel wanted us to talk about Earth Day.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so Earth Day deserves more than a day. So programming all day until Friday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. You can see all the programs scheduled at, what is this here? calldtoconscious.world or frontandcentered.org. Great, there you go. All right. So please, Earth Day is very important. It affects all of us that live on this earth. So please join with us. I'm here at Rainier Avenue World. Great. Okay. So anyways, that's it. Until next time. Toby, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, you're welcome.
Toby.
Thanks
nice
for
to
having
meet you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. We're waiting for music. Okay.
We're waiting for music.
Okay.
Oh, look. No, Daniel just says, do you have 3 minutes?
Oh, I do have 3 minutes. Oh, okay, great. So Toby, really quick. Toby was telling me tell us about your cigar places real quick.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the cigars is wild. I actually just joined a fraternity. It's a nonprofit 501c3 of cigar smokers here in Denver.
Yes.
So
he's
can you hear me?
to the cigars.
Do you belong, Tina?
No, but he's going to tell me where to go because you meet all these different people, all these network companies, all these people that you would never see as a realtor or mortgage loan officer, and like Toby's in the thick of it. Everywhere I go, I see Toby. He's in the thick of it, and this is how we get our referrals.
Yeah, there you go. He's smoking.
Yeah,
that's smoking hot.
Yeah, but usually if I get somebody, even when I do get an insurance agent from like a State Farm or what have you, I don't know if it's the best. And I've had people here, it was god awful one time. I had somebody had an $8,000 a year insurance premium quoted. He was a Bronco, and I was like, really? So I gave it to somebody else. It was like $2,500. I mean, it's a big difference. And so, am I right? Don't you give a lot of second opinions, Toby? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Okay. Yeah. So we can't hear, but there you go. Not yet.
No.
Okay. But that's okay.
I'm sure he's got great advice. So call Toby or call Tina or I, and we'll get you connected with Toby.
Get you connected. You always want to give a second opinion just in case, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's good. So
all right. Well, I think we're close.
I think that's it.
Now 1 minute.
Countdown.
Daniel, just play the closing.
Okay.
You've been listening to Real Estate and Money with your hosts, Violeta Strash and Tina Lombard. For more information, call 206-717-4490. That's 206-717-4490. Go to the Rainier Avenue Radio.world website to find the real estate and money schedule, or tune in to our live show every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3. We will help you find your dream home.